Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's topic is thoracic duct. It's also an important essay in the thorax. If you see thorax, so many essays in the thorax as it contains important viscera, lungs, heart, trachea, esophagus, and azygous system of veins and thoracic duct. So this thoracic duct we will cover as an important topic in this video. Those who are not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. We will move on to the topic thoracic duct. What is this thoracic duct? It is a lymphatic trunk, elongated common lymphatic trunk which conveys chyle and most of the lymph of the body in the bloodstream. So it is the duct in the lymphatic duct in the thorax. It drains the lymphatics from the whole body, except we can remember above the diaphragm right side. So except the above the diaphragm of the right side, the remaining whole body drains into the thoracic duct. So what are the exceptions? Right side of head and neck, right upper limb, right lung and thoracic wall, right half of the heart, and also the convex surface of the liver, that is the upper surface. That is again one exception in the exception. So it drains most of the lymphatics from the body. If you see its appearance in this picture, this is the thoracic duct. So this is the thoracic duct, which is, if you see, beaded in appearance. You can observe it is beaded in appearance. So that is the appearance of the thoracic duct. Provided with numerous valves. If you see inside the thoracic duct, you will have the numerous valves, like the veins. Valves are situated on those sides which are exposed to the pressure. If you see the length of this thoracic duct, if you see, length 38 to 45 centimeter. This 45 centimeter will come for the length of the many viscera in the body. Average width is 0.5 centimeter. So that is the length and average width of the thoracic duct. Now we will see the origin. Origin of thoracic duct is just below the diaphragm. Begins just below the diaphragm at the lower border of T12. So this is the origin. This is the lower border of T12. Begins as a slight dilatation that is called cisterna chyli. That origin of thoracic duct is called as cisterna chyli. At the lower border of T12 and enters the thorax usually through the aortic opening of the diaphragm. So this is the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm, and this opening, what you are seeing, this opening is the aortic opening of the diaphragm. So through this opening, mainly three structures passes. We can remember AA, and in between two A's thoracic duct. That is the azygos vein, aorta, and this is the thoracic duct. So this diaphragm you should have learned. This is the major opening, aortic opening of the diaphragm. So that in this three structures passes aorta, thoracic duct, and azygos vein. Then we will now see the course of the thoracic duct. Course of thoracic duct, it passes upwards in the posterior mediastinum. So you should know this. This part is the posterior mediastinum. So this is the posterior mediastinum, and above is the superior mediastinum. And this part is the root of the neck. So it passes upwards in the posterior mediastinum. You are saying it is passing upwards in the posterior mediastinum. So it is passing upwards in the posterior mediastinum behind the esophagus. So this is the esophagus. It is just reflected to show the course of the thoracic duct. So it is passing behind the esophagus, opposite to T5. So that is just below the superior mediastinum. So you can appreciate here it is passing behind the esophagus. So it is totally behind the esophagus. Now here it is, the esophagus is reflected. Opposite to T5, it has inclined. So this part, this level is T5. So T4 is the junction between the superior mediastinum and the inferior mediastinum. So at the level of T5, it thoracic duct inclines to the left and then runs upwards in the superior mediastinum. So here you are seeing it is running in the superior mediastinum. It is running in the superior mediastinum along the left edge of the esophagus. So it is now running, not running behind the esophagus, running along the left edge. So this is the left edge of the esophagus. So it is running along the left edge of the esophagus. At the root of the neck, it arches laterally. So here you are seeing it is arching laterally. So this is the root of the neck. It is arching laterally. Opposite the transverse process of C7. So this level is C7. It is the root of the neck. Finally turns downwards. So it is running now downwards to terminate in the angle formed by the junction of the left internal jugular vein and left subclavian veins. So this is left subclavian vein and this is left internal jugular vein. This will join to form the left brachiocephalic vein, and this is same side, same like that formed by right side, and this is the superior vena cava. So and this is the azygos vein which is entering the superior vena cava. So it terminates in the angle between the left internal jugular vein and left subclavian veins. So you should understand this. Common lymphatic trunk of the body has lastly drained into the venous system. The summit of the arch, the summit of the arch is about 3 to 4 centimeter above the left clavicle. At its termination, the thoracic duct is guarded by a pair of valves, which so that prevent regurgitation of blood into the duct. So it should not happen in the reverse. So this is the origin. We have learned course and also the termination of thoracic duct. Now relations we have to see in all along its course. First, in this aortic opening, relations. Relations in the posterior mediastinum, relations in the superior mediastinum, relations in this root of the neck. So we will see one by one. First, at the aortic opening. At the aortic opening of diaphragm. So this is the thoracic duct you are seeing. This thoracic duct in front, you are not seeing in this picture. That is the median arcuate ligament. Otherwise, this is the median arcuate ligament in front we can consider. So this is the median arcuate ligament which forms the in front. Median arcuate ligament. You should know what is median arcuate ligament, then only you can understand. Behind 12th thoracic vertebra. So if you see behind this, all along the thoracic duct, vertebra will be present. Right side. So what is present right side? Azygos vein. So that is the right side. Left side, aorta. So this is left and this is right. So we have learned the relations in the aortic opening. In front, median arcuate ligament. Behind, 12th thoracic vertebra. Right side, azygos vein. Left side, aorta. Now we will see in the posterior mediastinum. In the posterior mediastinum, relations of the thoracic duct. In the posterior mediastinum, first we will see in front. In front, in the lowermost part, we can understand it is covered by the sloping surface of the diaphragm in front, in the lowermost part. But main in front is this esophagus, which is now reflected here. It is from here, it is reflected so that to show the diaphragm, so that to show the thoracic duct. So in front is esophagus separated by a recess of right pleural sac. So that is the in front. Behind, thoracic vertebrae covered by anterior longitudinal ligament and also terminal parts of accessory azygos. So this is the thoracic duct. This is accessory azygos and this is hemiazygos. So they are running behind and also right posterior intercostal arteries. So they are the behind relations. In front, esophagus, behind vertebra and these two veins. Right side same as we have seen in the aortic opening. So this is the right side, azygos vein. Left side, descending thoracic aorta. So we have seen the relations in the posterior mediastinum also. Now we will see in the superior mediastinum. So superior mediastinum. So here you see the thoracic duct here. So this is the thoracic duct in the superior mediastinum. If you see what is running in front of the thoracic duct is arch of aorta in the lower part. And if you see in front the arch of aorta branch, that is the left subclavian artery. That also runs. Here I have drawn by the side to show the thoracic duct. So that is also in front. Behind, same as in the posterior mediastinum, bodies of upper thoracic vertebra T1 to T4. Right side, so this is thoracic duct. Right side, what is present is esophagus. Left side, left lung and pleural, which is not in this picture. So that is the important relations in the superior mediastinum. Now at the root of the neck, at the root of the neck, where it terminates. So if you see in this root of the neck, in front, I have drawn here carotid sheath. So this is the carotid sheath I have drawn, covering the internal jugular vein, left common carotid artery. So that is the carotid sheath, that is in front. So this is carotid sheath, left carotid sheath. Then behind, if you see, left sympathetic trunk, first part of vertebral artery. Here I have drawn behind this. You can observe by the dotted lines I have drawn. So that is the left vertebral artery, branches of thyrocervical trunk, and first part of left subclavian artery. So you can understand this left subclavian artery, which is in front in the superior mediastinum, is behind the thoracic duct at the root of the neck. And its branches, that is the first part of vertebral artery, and also thyrocervical trunk, they are also behind. So that is the important relations behind. So we have covered the relations in the root of the neck also. Next we have to learn the tributaries of thoracic duct. So it drains all the lymphatic channels of the body except the right upper half above the diaphragm. So what are the tributaries? A pair of descending lymph trunk draining the posterior intercostal nodes of lower six spaces, that is the thorax. Pair of descending lymph trunk. Then a pair of ascending lymph trunks which drains upper lumbar lymph nodes, and also vessels which drain the posterior mediastinal lymph nodes, and also the posterior intercostal lymph nodes of upper six spaces. So this is lower six thoracic spaces, and this is upper six thoracic spaces, and this is lumbar spaces, and this is posterior mediastinal. So what is again we have left is left jugular lymph trunk, that is from the left neck, left side of the neck, left jugular lymph trunk draining left half of the head and neck, and left subclavian lymph trunk that also drains the left side of the neck. Both open at the terminal part of the thoracic duct. Occasionally, we may have the left bronchomediastinal lymph trunk, which drains the left lung and left side of the heart. So you can understand above the diaphragm, left side, and below the diaphragm, the whole of the abdomen and the lower limbs. So we have completed the thoracic duct under various headings: length, origin is cisterna chyli. Then course, termination, relations, tributaries. In this termination, we have to see it may have variations in termination. Instead of draining into the junction of left subclavian vein and left internal jugular vein, sometimes thoracic duct divides into a number of lymph vessels which drain separately into the left internal jugular and left subclavian veins. Occasionally, the duct divides in the mid-thoracic region, and thereafter it may or it may not unite. If it fails to unite, the left duct opens as before, and right duct will open at the junction of right internal jugular and subclavian vein. after joining with the right lymphatic duct. So there may be variations in the termination. So we have completed this thoracic duct, an important topic. If you see this applied anatomy of this thoracic duct may be obstructed by the growth of mature filarial parasites. So filariasis is a disease which affects the lymphatics, commonly called as elephantiasis. So this filariasis may affect the thoracic duct, sometimes producing bursting of lymph vessels. So that this will be manifested by the collection of chylous fluid in the pleural, peritoneal, chylous hydrocele, and chylous urine. So that is the applied aspect of this thoracic duct. We have covered this thoracic duct in this video. With the next topic in the thorax, we will see in the next class. Those who have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe now. Keep watching the videos. Thank you.